Goodness me. Yes, plenty of accolades. I'm no doubt going the way of some of the players in the, let's say, the top two of the Premier League. But we put together our teams of the season, haven't we, Cass?
Yeah.
Made up of players from all the 20 clubs in the Premier League. Now, you've got a different team to me.
Yes.
And we'll explain why we've got a different, not just because of personnel, but just slightly different criteria. We were only allowed to pick a maximum of 3 players from one club. So, tell me, who have you gone for?
Well, I'm doing a team that are in the top 6, okay?
Just from the top 6?
Well, no, not really. Sorry, a team that mainly are in the top 6.
I see what you mean.
But I've got a team of the season that's actually across the board, but obviously there's not going to be many players outside the top 6 in my team, yeah?
So biased.
No, well,
No,
they are at the
enough.
top.
Yeah, I
so
understand.
anyway, do you want me to give you my team?
Please do.
Yeah, well, obviously the goalkeeper is his choice of all. I've only got 3 Liverpool players I can pick, and the first one is Alisson. Okay? I think that's pretty much it.
Why? But why? Just your take. Why does Alisson edge Edison, presumably?
Well, the qualities that Alisson has, obviously tremendous at shot stopping and one-on-ones, he stands out. I think the Edison has the edge on footballing, keeper, with his feet. I think he's a better footballer with his feet. But as in, you know, you expect goalkeepers to have stature and presence, and I think Alisson's definitely got that. And Edison's done okay and had relatively less to do. I mean, that's not his fault than Alisson, but Alisson's made a number of incredible saves this season. So I think Alisson was a clear winner. Okay,
all right.
Trent
fair
right
enough.
back, so that's another Liverpool player. So I'm down to 2. There's gone Trent. Do I need to give an explanation on Trent?
I think it's
I mean,
self-explanatory.
his passing is just ridiculous, and it was a close choice between him and Reece James. So I've just gone for Trent. Diaz, Man City. I think apart from an injury, he's been exceptional nearly every game I've seen him in the Premier League. I thought he's been an outstanding centre-half this season. My second one is Thiago Silva, Chelsea, one of my favourites of the season, because the composure that he shows and his ability on the ball is extraordinary. For a guy 37 years old to play to this level that he has, I know the last 3 weeks or month has been difficult for Chelsea, but to a man this season, he's been outstanding nearly every time he's put a blue shirt on. So, Thiago Silva. My one player outside the top 6 is Cucurella, left back.
Interesting.
Now, Robertson at Liverpool would have been definitely close to being in that team because he's been really good. But Cucurella has been as good as anybody, if not better. He has just been an absolute revelation this year. His ability to be a wing-back, playing 3, playing a 4, has been exceptional, and other positions. So that's my back 4. Midfield is Declan Rice. Declan's led by example for West Ham in many, many different qualities. He's never going to be a stats man, goals and assists. It's not his game. But he disrupts the opposition all the time and does the simple things brilliantly. One of my unsung heroes from Man City is Rodri. He's done brilliant. He's replaced Fernandinho and done it as every bit as good. And he just cleans up everything at City. Everything that goes through the midfield, he's always one and two touch.
Is he one of those players, and it sounds silly to say it because every single player at City is brilliant, obviously, but is he undervalued in comparison to other players at City? No, in terms of the credit he gets? Well,
there's so much, on the onus of being offensive and the way they play. You can name a lot of City players who have been brilliant in that type of style, and he's the one that does the damage for me to get the ball back, and I think he's did it brilliantly. De Bruyne in front of him. Don't really need an explanation on Kevin De Bruyne. Everything is there for everyone to see. Right side is Salah. Yeah. In different end to the season, but his performances probably up till he went to the African nations were extraordinary. The amount of goals. He's done enough for me to warrant him being the right side of the forward line of Liverpool. And he's just been brilliant, I think, in that position and enabled, he's still top goal scorer as we stand today, and he might win the Golden Boot, but he's still a fantastic player, always gets chances in games. My centre forward, Harry Kane, for another reason, he didn't start the season particularly well. He has been extraordinary since mid-December. He's got 14 Premier League goals since sort of mid-December till the end. Harry's been brilliant for Spurs. He's one of the main reasons. Once he got over the hiccup of Man City and not happening, and he settled down at Spurs, Harry's been fantastic for them.
And I mean, listen, I totally understand why you've gone with Kane as your centre forward. It's not just the goals; it's his creativity, it's his link-up play with Son, and
Just think he's a complete player in that position, and he's shown that for the last 5 or 6 months was done enough for him to be in the team. And my other one is Son, Heung-min Son. Again,
you can't argue against that either.
So I've had 2 Tottenham forwards in the forward line, but again, them two have got a lot of goals between them. I think Harry's got something like 37 in all competitions, including England in this season. But Son has got goals galore and could nip in front of Mohamed Salah on the final day.
That's right.
But he is, like Kane, has had an extraordinary end to the season, and part of the reasons why I think they'll get the Champions League full spot now.
Okay, so let's just reiterate that team then. So you've gone for Alisson in goal. You've got back four with Trent, Diaz, Silva and Cucurella. Then Rice and Rodri is sort of your defensive midfield, should we say. De Bruyne, the creativity that he brings. Then you've gone for the front three of Salah, Kane and Son. I mean, it's a pretty impressive team. I'm not going to dispute that. Was João Cancelo ever in your thoughts?
Yes, but I only could have 3 Man City ones, and I put him down as probably number 4.
Okay, all right. And what about someone like Mane? Would he?
Yes, again, very close. I mean, look, Mane's had a tremendous sort of second part to the season after the African nations come back, been brilliant. It's tricky now. You're leaving some out. Who am I going to leave?